everybody. I wanted to record this special video and just take a second to say thank you to Mr. John Cena for everything that he's done here for us as a fan of the WWE since 2002 when he debuted against Kurt Angle. He went on and he made a name for himself, started from the bottom, now we're here. John Cena has done so many great things, and for me as a fan, he has literally been a part of my life for the last 20 years. Since I started watching wrestling, I always loved to tell the story on how I first ever started watching wrestling and how I got into it and everything else in between. And John Cena has always been that guy. Since then, I always tell the story about how my first memory of wrestling, since I can't say the other word, my first memory of wrestling was always the 2005 Royal Rumble match between him and Batista, when him and Batista had that moment where they both fell at the floor at the same time. Vince came out, tore his Achilles, tore his knees popped out, and we saw Batista win the Royal Rumble. Well, I always remember that because me and my friend at the time, Anthony, we were on my bunk beds and we were throwing each other off the bunk beds thinking that we were in our own Royal Rumble match, even though that probably wasn't the smartest idea to do at 9, 10 years old. Well, we did it anyway. And from there on out, from that day on, from 2005 all the way until here and until now, Mr. John Cena has become my favorite and the greatest of all time. I've watched every match from his SmackDown debut, from his matches all the way earlier in the days with Eddie, JBL, Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio, Undertaker, all of them in between, all the way until now. The fact that he is the only superstar to hold every version of the WWE Championship, all the way from when JBL had it in 2005, when he had it at WrestleMania and he won it. John Cena did, all the way up into having the one that Cody Rhodes held when he defeated Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41 this past year. John Cena has literally done it all, from the Make-A-Wishes, from the movies, from the TV shows, from the appearances, from the live shows, from the autograph sessions, and everything in between. John Cena is literally the greatest of all time. And tonight, as of this recording, we're recording this on Saturday morning. I hope you guys all enjoyed the Main Event Network video as we put out there earlier. But I wanted to come on our own channel and spend a little bit more time talking about John, because I could go on and on. And as I said in that video, I could go on and talk about John Cena for days. I mean, from the moments and the matches that we've seen, for me, my favorite matches have always been the ones with Edge at Unforgiven, the matches with Batista, the brutal matches with JBL that he had, the I Quit matches. He had matches with The Miz back in the day before The Miz defeated him at WrestleMania, and we've heard that story for 15 years now. The matches that John Cena has always put on have always been so great. Him and his rivals with Randy Orton, Edge, Batista, Rey, Undertaker, AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt, the Wyatt family, the Nexus, Wade Barrett, the US Open challenges when they first started, him having matches with Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, it going full circle to his last SmackDown, which I was there this past year in Chicago when he took on Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn had himself an open challenge. It all just seems to be going full circle. And tonight we watch the last time. The last time will be now. John Cena will retire, and we will never see him again as an active competitor in the WWE. And for me, it's going to be a sad day. I'm going to be crying. We'll be live here at 5 o'clock tonight to watch all the things go down, from the pre-show all the way up until the post-show ends and the curtain closes and we see it go. But, John, all we have to do is say thank you, because, again, if it wasn't for you, I don't know where I would be as a wrestling fan, because, again, as I said, you've been the dude since day one-ish. Day one-ish. We're going to act like the New Day here for a second. Or not the New Day, I'm sorry, the Usos. But day one-ish from the Royal Rumble 2008, and I told that story on the Main Event Network video when I was 11 years old, 10 years old at the time, and John Cena returned at the Royal Rumble in 2008 at entrant number 30. I remember hearing that music go out. I had a pillow on the floor, and I thought I'd be cool, and I do my own five knuckle shuffle. I took my hand, I went like this. You can't see me. I do the little thing, and well, my cousin thought it would be a great idea to move it, and I hit the hardwood floor, and I hit my elbow. Not a good time. It was not a fun time at all. But I'll always remember that because John Cena returning, and if you guys remember, around that time he wasn't supposed to be back anytime soon. He was supposed to be out for about 11 months. He was going to be gone. He was not supposed to return anytime soon. He was not even supposed to be a part of that WrestleMania that year. Well, that's exactly what he did. He proved everybody wrong, and he came out and he became the winner. And even though he didn't win at that WrestleMania, he still went out there and he still put out a good performance. In fact, we got Randy Orton, John Cena, and Triple H in a triple threat match at WrestleMania. It's something that, we may not forget, even though the match wasn't the greatest of all time. And, Triple H and John Cena lost. Randy Orton punt kicked John Cena and Triple H. I think it was a double punt kick, if I'm not mistaken, with that. But, from that match, from all of his WrestleMania matches, for me, my favorite WrestleMania matches of his was the one versus Triple H at WrestleMania 22. The one with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 23 was always an instant classic. I think I've seen that about at least 20 to 30 times. I always talk about the one at WrestleMania 28, even though John Cena did not win. The Rock and John Cena, once in a lifetime, as we saw it be. And it was pretty much a 3-year storyline, as it kind of all began at WrestleMania 27 when The Rock cost John Cena in the main event match against The Miz for the WWE Championship. And then we saw them make the match for the first time ever. It's never been done before. Let's make the WrestleMania match 1 year in advance. It's legacy. It's legends collide. It's two eras collide. It's John Cena. It's The Rock. It's once in a lifetime. I still can't. That promo, that match, that build will be like engraved into my brain until I'm like 70 years old. I swear to God. Even longer, I bet, because that match and that 2 years of The Rock and Cena will always mean the most to me, as I always tell everybody. My dad was a huge Rock fan, and my parents all kind of stopped watching after like 2007, 2008 era. They always say that they just became too many superstars and everything else like that. And I'm now the only one in my family that actually sits here and watches it all the time, every day. And my parents do watch it. My family does watch it a little bit here and there because obviously we do the streaming and everything, but not like they once did. And the fact that I am as big as a fan as I am, I always say thank you to them, because if it wasn't for them, I would not be here today sitting here talking to you guys. But the Rock and Cena match will always mean a lot to me because it was the first time in a long time at the time that my dad and I actually watched Raws, SmackDowns, the PLEs every week, every show, every time, because, John Cena fan right here. And my dad was a Rock fan because my dad grew up in the early Attitude Era with The Rock and all Austin and Undertaker and all of them. Now, let's take a moment and let's talk about John Cena's retirement tour. Because, yeah, people can hate it. Yeah, people don't have to like it. But I always say everything happens for a reason. We saw what happened at the Elimination Chamber. One of the greatest moments. And I'm not talking about what happened after. I'm talking about exactly what happened in that specific moment when we're sitting here watching the show. After he wins the Elimination Chamber, Cody comes out, The Rock comes out. That specific moment when he kicked Cody in the cojones, and we saw John Cena turn heel. Something that we never thought would be done. That exact moment will be something that in wrestling we will never, ever forget, because that is something that we never thought would actually happen. And again, you could say you're mad, you don't like it, it didn't go the way it wanted to, but if The Rock doesn't show up, or if The Rock does show up, it could look like a totally different thing. And again, I'm sure we'll get more answers, as John has continuously said, and I want people to get this engraved in their head. John has continuously said that he will not talk about anything until after this is over. So after today, more or less likely, he'll probably be on a couple of interviews in the next week or two, maybe a little bit after, maybe after the holidays. And he said he'll talk about everything. We'll get the answers about The Rock. We'll get the answers about Travis Scott. We'll figure out why. We kind of did get answers about Travis Scott on why he was not part of it when Mr. Logan Paul talked about it on Impulsive, on how he didn't show up and he didn't want to be a part of it or whatever. And again, it happened. Can't change it. Things move on, and you got to play with with the cards that you have in front of you. And we've seen a lot of good matches. We saw Randy and Cena. We saw Cena and Punk. We saw Cena and Logan. Yeah, we maybe should not have got that tag team match at Money in the Bank. That match didn't really make too much sense to me. But we did get AJ Styles and John Cena. Or we did get Brock Lesnar returning at SummerSlam. And him not having the greatest match of all time against Brock Lesnar at WrestlePalooza. And I know a lot of people are still upset about that. And a lot of people are still mad about that match. But it is what it is. We all expected that to be the match. I don't know what anybody else really expected from that, them to put on a 20-minute banger. I mean, it is what it is. And with as much as people hated that match, the reason why we got the AJ Styles match was because of that match. And the match that he had with Cody at SummerSlam was probably my favorite match of the entire retirement tour so far. And we'll see what happens tonight with Gunther. But for me, that match was really good. And the fact that he's kept his promise on pretty much only facing these people once, that he's kind of had different rivalries throughout the years with everybody else. And it's just in the last year, I should say. It's one of those things. Yeah, we could say, what if? What if The Rock stayed? What if The Rock took his soul? Where would that have gone? What would that have led to? We may never know. We may find out when John talks about it. We may find out if The Rock talks about it. But we may also never know. And it's just one of those things that John has talked about it. If you're not coping and if you're not ready to say goodbye tonight, then that's on you, because he's mentioned it. He said that obviously in wrestling people say they retire. Well, he's retiring, guys. We gotta get ready for it. We gotta understand. And you gotta just put your emotions and understand that the man, he's not dying, thank God. John Cena's still gonna be there. He signed a 5-year ambassador deal that he'll still be with the company. He said he'll just be wearing suits. That would be definitely weird to see John Cena coming out in suits, as the jean shorts will be hung up tonight after he takes on the ring general Gunther. And speaking of that, we have talked about it a lot this week. It will main event the show. It will be the last match on the card. John Cena did confirm that on the Pat McAfee show. If you did not see what happened on that, I would definitely go check out all the interviews before everything happens, and starts at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. As I said, we will be live for the show starting then. The entire pre-show, the entire show, the entire post-show. And we're just going to sit here and hang out all night long as we celebrate the last night of John Cena's career. But as I said, I wanted to come here. I wanted to say thank you. I wanted to talk about some of my favorite moments with John Cena and some of the things that I've just appreciated him for the last 20 years. For me, went through a very bad period of my life at one point. We're going to open up a little bit here. And wrestling was kind of my cope. My coping to get away from the world and not think about what was going on. And around that time, 2007, 2008, 9, 10, 11, so on and so forth. There was one guy that was consistent, obviously, besides when he did his movies. It was Mr. 17, Never Seen John Cena. And as you guys know, I am a avid collector. I collect figures. I have a lot of t-shirts that I did not mean to collect on. It just so happened that way. But I want to show you guys, and if you did not see the Main Event Network episode, I want to show you guys my John Cena figures collection that we got. We got all of my John Cena figures. We got The Last Time Is Now. We got his ones from WrestleMania 24, some other ones. We got that Ultimate Edition from Mattel Creations. That new one came out yesterday. Go get that. We got my favorite, the 2007 Royal Rumble when he was bleeding against Umaga. We got what was that one? I forgot what it was. But we got all the belts and everything else like that. We also have a Kmart version of John Cena. We got the Legends version. We got I forgot what that one is. It's an older one. We got the You Can't See Him, the invisible one. I love that one. That one's hysterical. One of my favorites with the jerseys. You can't see them, but there's just an empty box there. You'll have to see it. But, these figures, and for me, I always talk about it. They will make a million John Cena figures. We got the NWO version. We got the prototype version, and then you'll see right here, we got the Jersey version with the U.S. title and the Spinner WWE Championship. And like I said, I just wanted to take a quick second. If you guys did not see that, and show you guys my quick collection of the John Cena figures that we got. The Last Time Is Now figure just got released on Mattel Creations. If you want to go and get that. But you know dang well they ain't going to stop making John Cena merchandise. They ain't going to stop making John Cena figures And I would not be shocked if we see all 30-something figures be released to John Cena with each shirt from each date that he had during his retirement tour. And as I said earlier, he signed a 5-year ambassador deal. So it's not like he's never going to be back in the WWE. He'll be back. He'll probably make some special appearances. And I would not be shocked if he is inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. Because, or well, I guess next year it would be because we're ending 2025 now in a couple weeks. But for me, I also wanted to show you guys we have, and I've had this thing since I was little. I don't know where the picture's at. I have a picture of me with this title when I was like 10 years old, wearing a Bears shirt, a Bears beanie, and everything else like that. And maybe one day we'll meet the man, and maybe we'll have him sign it. And you know what? You can say what you want, but Toys R Us was goatish back in the day. And this is why Toys R Us is still a GOAT, because you may never be able to see him again, but you could see this. And this spinner belt is one of my favorite. It actually does spin too. Let me, like a 4-year-old we are here. Here we are, spinner belt. That would be so cool. Listen, I don't know what they're gonna do tonight. I don't know how we're gonna do it. But the one thing I'm asking for, and I haven't asked for much. Maybe I have asked for a lot this month, but or this year for John Cena's retirement tour. But what I am gonna say is I hope we get some type of special entrance. Maybe he'll come out as the Doctor. Maybe he'll come out as, maybe he'll come out as Invisible. I don't know. But I want to see something different. I want to see something special. Yes, John, you can be humble. You could say that it's all about the NXT superstars tonight. You could say whatever the heck you want. But we need to take a moment, and you need to get some of your flowers, and you need to get some type of something or another to be able to feel special and make this feel whatever it may be. If it is the entrance, if it is a speech, if it is whatever it may be. They also said there will be no time limit on Saturday night's main event tonight, so that is a good thing because we do not need it to be cut off. And if John Cena does have a speech or something, I want to hear what he's got to say because I'm going to be a blubbering mess and I'm going to cry like a 5-year-old baby on a Tuesday night. I don't know. But John Cena, thank you for everything. You've done so much for me, done so much for everybody. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that's going to be a blubbering mess and sad today. I think I've watched that video package of WWE put together like 5 times, and I'm holding back tears. I don't know when it's going to hit me, but it will eventually, and it's going to be a sad day. But John Cena memories, John Cena moments, we could go on and on. From the Umaga match, Daniel Bryan's, the Wyatt families, the Batistas, the Undertakers, Triple H's, Randy Orton's, Edge's, Kurt Angle's, so on and so forth. Ruthless Aggression, Dr. Thugonomics, Mr. 17, You Can't See Me, Let's Go Cena. Cena sucks all the way until hustle, loyalty, respect. The last time is now. The real champion. You've done so much in 25 years, or 20 years, John. All I can say is thank you. And all I can say is this isn't the end, and we'll see you again. But guys, that's all I got here to say. I just wanted to put out a quick video. I guess not a quick video, but we've been here for 20 minutes now. But we'll be live back later on today for Saturday night's main event starting on. And as of this recording, come and hang out at 5 o'clock. We got a main event mixer. We'll be live at 1 o'clock over on the Main Event Network. You will have already watched that as this is being premiered. This will come out a little bit right before Saturday night's main event. So if you are watching it, I appreciate you taking your time to spend a couple more minutes here with your boy Tino. Guys, come and hang out tonight. We're going to celebrate We're going to celebrate the career because John Cena is not going nowhere. He's still here. We will just be able to see him, or you can't see him. I don't know what. We'll figure it out how when we get there, if we can or we cannot see him. But lastly, John, thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of my life for the last 20 years. I know we'll see you again. But until next time, you can't see me. And tonight, guys, the last time is now. So make sure you hit all the social medias. Hit that like button. Go and check out the Main Event Network, the OTM guys, the Southside boys, all that good stuff. We'll be here live at 5 o'clock to watch all the things go down for Saturday night's main event. Again, guys, thank you so much. This has been kind of therapeutic. It's good to talk about your things that you want to talk about. But, guys, I'll see you at 5 o'clock for Saturday night's main event because the last time